Good morning, everyone. And I am Kirsten Thrush from Essential Life Balance with Kirsten Thrush. And welcome to our webinar this morning, which is all about essential oils and children. So for those of you who don't know me, I am a mommy myself, and I have got two beautiful children. Samantha is 10 and Adam is 7. We've been using these essential oils for about 3 years now with the family, and we've noticed some amazing results. And so I just wanted to share with you some of the ways you can use your essential oils with children, because I know some people get a bit scared. They use their essential oils with themselves and then they go, oh, but I don't know how to use them with the kids. What's safe for the children? What's not safe for the children? How do I use them with children? And so I'm going to bust through some of that stuff today. I'm going to give you some really handy stuff that you can use, give you a bit of reassurance, give you some safety tips, and I'm going to talk about some of the most amazing doTERRA products that are actually specifically made for children. So I am going to share my screen with you, and I will just find what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to share this with you. I'm not going to be able to see your comments as I'm going through, but at the end I'll stop and I'll answer any questions you've got. So please, those of you who are on with us live, any questions, type them in the comments and I'll come back to those at the end. So, essential oils and children. How to ensure safe use. Now, whether you've used essential oils for a long time or you're just starting out, parents are often wary, unsure, concerned about how to use their essential oils with children. So although children are smaller and they're generally more sensitive than adults, it's still possible for all of us to use essential oils and to use them safely. So today we're going to go through a few safety bits and pieces that are going to help you use your essential oils at home with your children. But keep in mind that we're not here to cure, to diagnose, nothing like that. If you've got any concerns, specific health concerns or conditions, please check with your medical professional. I'm not here to diagnose, cure, or anything like that. I'm just here to share my experience and my expertise with essential oils. So yes, essential oils are safe for children. Essential oils have been used for many, many years. It's really important to know that they've been used since ancient times. Egyptians frequently used essential oils for beauty treatments and food preparations, during religious ceremonies, during rituals. They've been used for wellness in China for centuries. A lot of people are, especially parents, are concerned that essential oils are a fad and that there's a fleeting trend maybe, and that they haven't been used with children before and concerned about safety. I just want to reassure you that they have been used for centuries within the family, for thousands of years, and so you can use them with your children too. You just need to be careful of a few safety things, and you need to use them correctly. Like anything, essential oils can be unsafe when they're used incorrectly. If we drink too much water, we can die. Water keeps us alive. We drink too much of it, we can die. So the key to using essential oils for children and for adults is adhering to your safety concerns, adhering to your safety guidelines, and paying attention to dosage, because a lot of it comes down to how much you're using. So we're going to talk a bit about the dosage. So essential oils are composed of natural compounds, which means they're safe and natural way to care for your family. Like any product you'd use in your home, on you or on your children, as long as we use them for the purpose that they're meant to be used for, they're safe. So we want you to feel confident that you can use them with you and your children. And doTERRA wants you to feel confident as well. So doTERRA have developed a testing process called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, where they test every single essential oil. They test it for its purity to make sure there's nothing else in there. There's no synthetics, there's no fillers, there's no additives. And they test it also for its therapeutic quality to make sure it's the highest standard possible. So when they do their testing, they don't test them on animals. Well, actually, they do test them on animals. They test them on human animals to make sure that they're going to be safe. They're tested on adults and children for their safety, and it gives us peace of mind when it comes to sharing these products with our children. And there are some products that we're going to talk about that are specifically made for children. So, some general safety guidelines. The best way to ensure you're using essential oils properly with your children is to educate yourself. Remember, the way you use essential oils from yourself is going to be different to how you use them for your children. So make sure you educate yourself before applying a product or an oil to a child. So we're going to go over a few safety guidelines that are really important to remember when you're using them with your children. And the first one is dosages and dilutions. So if we have a look at this chart, it's really important to remember that kids aren't just tiny adults. They've actually got a much smaller body mass, so they weigh a lot less, but they're also still developing. So their bodies and skin are far more sensitive than an adult's body or skin. Essential oils, especially our pure therapeutic grade doTERRA essential oils, are really potent. So a little is going to go a long way, especially when you're dealing with children. So the rule, less is best, is definitely one with kids. So you can see from this chart that kids require a much less dose of oils than adults when it comes to all uses, to aromatic, to topical, and internal. So when it says dermal there, that's referring to what we call topical, or putting it straight on your skin. Where it says internal, that's talking about taking essential oils by a capsule, whereas oral is more drinking them. So if I got that right, let me just check. I'm just going to check my notes, make sure I've got that right. So internal is taking them by capsule. Oral is dropping essential oils directly into the mouth. So generally refer to both of those as internal. Now, although the chart provides guidelines, remember we're all different. So there's always specific issues, specific concerns that different people have got. So people's ideas will be different, and this gives us a guideline. But if there are any health concerns that you're dealing with, if your child is on any medication, if you think there might be any interactions, please talk to your health professional beforehand. Really, really important. So this is showing us that for your child, if we're using them internally, if we're using them in food, etc., we've got 1 to 2 drops at a time with a maximum of 3 to 12 drops. So it's not much. And that's in food. We don't give them to children in capsules. We don't want them to be having most children can't actually swallow capsules anyway. And on the skin, again, only 1 or 2 drops at a time, and 3 to 12 drops in that 24-hour maximum, because they're just so sensitive. So when we're looking at using them on the skin and using them topically, or dermal as it says on here, we want to make sure that we dilute them, because children's skin is really delicate. So we want to dilute our essential oils with a carrier oil. doTERRA use fractionated coconut oil to dilute them because it's a really delicate carrier oil. It's got no smell, it soaks in beautifully, it doesn't leave a greasy residue, and most people do not have an allergic reaction to it. Like some children can react to nuts, so things like almond oil and those sorts of things can be a bit problematic. So when you're diluting it, they're going to experience the benefits of the oils, but it's going to be safe. With children as well, when you're using them, especially when you're using an oil for the first time, use them on the feet. And the reason we say to use them on the feet is the skin is the thickest there. So it's less likely to have a reaction. If an oil is going to have a reaction, it's less likely on the feet. So using a new oil, use it on the feet first. When you're diluting it as well, you want to go for quite a high dilution. So you want to be using a drop of essential oil to about 5 drops of carrier oil. Or what I do is I squirt the carrier oil in my hand and then I put 1 drop in there. Massage that in. And I might actually do it in a little bowl because you don't need much when you're using them with children. And the easiest way to use your essential oils with your children is diffusing. So this is using our diffuser. And there are no maximum amounts when you're using them with a diffuser. You can have your diffuser in your kitchen, your living room, the bedroom. They're going to get those aromatic benefits that your oils got. So they can help with relaxation. They can help with focus. They can help with energy. And I love using my diffuser because I like to think of my diffuser as a legal mood-altering substance. So when my kids come home on a Friday at the end of the week and they're tired and they're grumpy, we'll put things like Lavender Peace in the diffuser. Nice, calming, relaxing. When they get up in the morning to go to school, and I don't know about your kids, but my kids take after their dad and they don't do mornings, things like Citrus Bliss or Wild Orange and Peppermint are amazing in the diffuser because it helps to raise their energy. It helps them to give that kick in the butt that they need to actually get ready for school and out the door. So another safety tip is that children shouldn't take adult supplements. So we've got the LLV, or the Lifelong Vitality, which is an amazing supplement for adults. For children, doTERRA make specific supplements for the children. So it's important to keep in mind that the supplements are designed for adults and shouldn't be taken by children without consulting a health provider. Educate yourself and know about them and know how they work so that you can be your child's best advocate and you can know what's best for them. We are going to talk a bit about later when we talk about products, especially for children, about the children's supplement. But just as a heads up, don't use the adult supplements for your children. Avoid sensitive areas. Now, this is a really important one. You're going to read a lot of information on the internet. Some of it's really, really good, and some of it's really, really rubbish. So no matter what you read, never, ever put essential oils in their eyes. You can put them around the eyes, and round the eyes is great for things like conjunctivitis and those type things, but never in the eyes. Never in the ears. For an earache, use basil and tea tree around behind the ear and down the neck, but never in the ears. Avoid things like your inner nose. Don't put essential oils up the nose. Don't use them on broken or damaged skin. So same things that you follow with adults, really. Follow with children as well, because theirs is going to be even more sensitive in those areas. Sunlight sensitivity. So with our citrus oils will make the skin more photosensitive. English means it's going to burn easier. So just be careful when you're using your citrus oils. Use them on the skin that's not going to see the sunshine. Don't cover your kids in bergamot or wild orange or lemon before they're going to go to the beach because they're going to burn a lot easier. So check your warnings and labels and avoid your sunlight for 12 hours if you are applying something like that to skin that's going to see the sun. So if you need to use those sort of oils for your therapeutic benefits, use them at nighttime. So just be careful. Don't put on citrus and then go to the beach. Safe storage. Essential oils can be used for children, but they should be stored somewhere that children can't get them. They should be out of reach for children because we want them to be used safely. They are really potent. They're 50 to 70 times stronger than the herbs and plants that they come from. So we don't want a child to be picking up and drinking a bottle of essential oil. So keep them out of reach. Supervise your children then when they're using the oils, especially when they're using undiluted oils like this. We're going to talk later about the touch oils, which are diluted, so they're safe for children to use. But supervise your children when they're using the oils. If you do have a child who picks up a bottle and drinks it, please call the Poison Centre. And they will be the best people to advise you on what to do for your child. But let's prevent that happening. Let's keep them out of kids' reach and treat them like you would any other medicine. They're not just pretty smelly substances. They have got therapeutic properties. They are fabulous in the correct doses, but they're not in big doses. So keep them out of kids' reach, please. So let's talk about some fun ways that we can use them with our children. They are amazing in smoothies, in snacks, in cookies, in breakfasts. So I love doing a granola in a dehydrator with frankincense and wild orange in. We love putting peppermint in the smoothies, bliss balls with wild orange cookies. If you're making cupcakes with the children, you can put lemon or wild orange in the icing. And they give them the therapeutic benefits and the amazing tastes as well. We can do all sorts of DIY. So we can do crafts. We can make jewelry. We can make soap. We can use them in the bath. Now, when you are using them in the bath, please squirt some liquid soap or some shampoo or something like that into your hand, and then add your oils to that, mix it around with your finger, and put them through your bath. What that helps to do is it helps to disperse the oils through your bath rather than just getting big clumps of oil in your bath. But it's really fun to make scented Play-Doh and use that with your children. There's all sorts of different recipes. And if you go to doTERRA.com, on the blog, there's some amazing ways that we can use them with our kids. We can make salt ornaments. We can make soaps. We can make bubble baths. We can do DIY bubbles. Fabulous for out playing now that we're getting into the sunshine. Now, as I was saying, we also have some doTERRA products that are specifically designed for our children. Because they have got the special needs, they do need to have oils diluted further than adults do. They do need to have their own supplements. So doTERRA have listened, and they've produced us some amazing products with children specifically in mind. And this one I love. This one is the Touch Kit. So this one has got our Digestin. It's got oregano. It's got ice blue. It's got easy air, tea tree, peppermint, Frankie, lavender, and On Guard. This one is the one that's diluted, so it's safe to use on your children. So if your child has got a fever and you want to look at dropping the temperature, you can get your peppermint and you can roll it up their spine and on their feet. Rub it in, massage it in, and help to reduce their temperature. When you've got a kid who's got an upset tummy, you can grab the Digestin. You can roll it clockwise on their belly and rub it in, and it'll help to support that, reducing that tummy upset. When you've got someone who's got a skin issue, they've got itchy skin, you can use lavender. On Guard for when you want to support their immunity. Ice blue for when they've got aching muscles. I love that these, you can use them straight out of the bottle with your children. And these are the ones that my children are a bit older, so being 7 and 10 and been using the oils for 3 years, they're empowered to know what to use and what to use it for and when to use it. So when I'm traveling, I'll leave these on the bench so that they can get them and use them when they need to. I don't leave them undiluted bottles of oil because even at that age, they can still make mistakes. They can still do things they shouldn't do. But I know that when I leave my touch oils, they're safe for them to use and they can use them as they need them. And I love that. It empowers them, but it also gives me a sense that even when I'm away, I'm leaving something so they can help themselves. Emotional aromatherapy touch. Oh my gosh, I love these. These, once again, are in pre-diluted rollers. So our picture here is showing the pure oils, but they do come in the rollers, just like the other touch oils. And one of the really, really big reasons people use essential oils is to help manage their mood. So we can use essential oils to help to calm anxious feelings. So something like our Peace is a wonderful one for anyone who's got anxious feelings. We can use them to help promote feelings of excitement and encouragement. So Cheer or Passion are wonderful to help to uplift us, make us feel good. And because aromatherapy is so helpful for mood management, doTERRA have created our emotional aromatherapy product line. So these are diluted so that they are suitable to use for adults and children alike. Children, I don't know yours, but I know mine can go through so many different emotions in one day, and these just help to support them. So they help to support them through their emotions that they're going through. They help to support me as well. So after the kids have been little toe rags and done something they shouldn't do, and I've yelled at them and I feel really bad, out comes my forgive. And it helps me to forgive myself. On a sports day, we take Motivate, and we use Motivate on a sports day to help to give them that oomph to go that little bit harder. Sometimes when Dad's away and he is away for work, we use the Console to help give us that great big hug. So I love that these emotional aromatherapy touch rollers we can use with our kids, and we can use them ourselves to help support those emotions that we feel every day. Health starts in the gut, and probiotics are amazing for supporting gut health. Now, the reason I love these ones for children is because they've got a number of different probiotic strains that have been chosen specifically to help with children, but also that they're in a powder form. So they don't have to try and swallow pills or capsules or anything like that. They're naturally sweetened, and my kids think they taste like sherbets. So we actually have to ration these because they taste so amazing. They can have them straight out of the packet like a sherbet. You can put them in a glass of water. You can sprinkle them on their muesli or on their breakfast cereal. And it's going to help support their gut and support that good bacteria in their gut. And it's been proven that if we have good gut health, we've got good mental health, because so much of our serotonin is produced in our gut, and that's our happy hormone. So if we can look after that, it's going to help our mental health, and it's going to help our overall body health as well. So absolutely love this product. The A to Z Chewable is a multi that's specifically made for children so that they can chew it and swallow it, and they don't have to, once again, swallow a capsule. It's made with minerals and vitamins that the kids need. It hasn't got any of these high fructose corn syrup. It hasn't got artificial colors and flavors. So it's designed for children to help provide them with A, B's, E's, and C's. And basically it's for kids 4 and up. And that's because at that age they can chew it and swallow it. We don't want anyone choking on them. If your child can chew and swallow prior to that, with supervision, they may be able to have these, but I like to suggest 4 and up, and that's what doTERRA suggests, simply because they are a choking hazard, and we don't want anyone to be choking when we're trying to help support their health and vitality. The IQ Omega. So this has got your essential fatty acids in it. It's an omega-3 supplement, which has got wild orange in it to help to make it taste better for the kids. It's easy to swallow, once again, because it's just in a liquid. And some kids will just take it straight off the spoon. We love putting it in smoothies. So it's great in smoothies to help boost it. And when we're getting our essential fatty acids, they're helping our brain health, they're helping our cardiovascular health, and once again, they're helping our gut health. So it's helping with our overall body health. So I am going to flick back now. Let's see if I can screen share back out of here. Where are we? Back to here. Whoops, stop screen sharing. And you've got me. Now, has anyone got any questions on that, on using essential oils with their children that they'd like me to help them with? Any specific questions on essential oils to use for different things, or essential oil dilutions, or any questions like that? No, we must have covered it all. That's awesome. Thank you very much for joining me. For those of you who have got your essential oils, I hope it's given you some really good ways that you can use them with your children. For those of you who have yet to try the doTERRA essential oils, I highly recommend that you go back to the person who invited you to this webinar and have a chat to them about getting essential oils into your life and how to do that. For those of you who were invited to the webinar by me or saw it on my social media, I'd love you to contact me. Send me a Facebook message on my Essential Life Balance with Kirsten Thrush account, and I can help you get started. We've got some amazing specials this month, and I'd love to have you as part of our team and to support you going forward. So please, if it was someone else who introduced you to the oils, go back and have a chat to them. If you saw this through my Facebook page or through Instagram, send me a message on my Essential Life Balance account. I'd love to help you get started. Have an amazing day. And for those of you who have got school holidays at the moment, have a lot of fun with your children.